Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hilka empath, and I just like having these little talks and the way I feel about things. Today I feel pretty good. The weather's pretty nice. It's starting to get where it's still a little chilly at night. Overnights are dropping down into 30s, mid 30s. We're reaching near about 60s, so feels good. Sun on my face. Yesterday and today both I got to spend time outside, get sun on my face. It's a lot of noise. I need to live out farther, being an empath like me. I'm just so sensitive. I gotta just spend all my extra time grounded, man. Just keeping my energy freaking pure. And I've had a long hard life though, so my I practice not getting angry. That's what I'm doing in this year around the sun. I'm about to be 46, about to have my solar return in April, a couple months, and I got carded last week. That was cool. I'll tell the story in another video. So I don't know. I guess age is just about how you feel, and some days I feel like I'm about 70, and some days I feel I'm young, bigger still. Anyway, um, I was thinking about how there's so much fear in the world right now. How there's this, like this vibe of just fear, and it's all imposed, man. It's all imposed. I've had so many freaking traumatic things happen early on in life, you know, very early on, that I thought life was just all trauma. That I'm always looking over my shoulder, just waiting for the next thing to happen. I didn't know it was supposed to be all peace and love and joy, and families, took care of each other and looked out for each other, and all this stuff. I've always heard stories about it, but it never directly impacted me in my life, and it has on the other side, because I think I take pretty good care of Mom. So, because she's all I got, her and the dogs. But so this fear interjection, it's just like a frickin' fear is just no different than a drug, man. It speeds you up, it ramps you up. So what happens is these old paradigms, these old freaking misogynistic freaking control systems. They're like, well, our way is out. So we might as well go out with the blaze of glory, right? So they freaking inject this elixir of fear into the main vein of freaking society. Call it the virus, the coronavirus and whatnot. And unless you're there, you're not gonna really know what's happening. And because humans have free will, and they're so full spectrums, from all the wonderful things that they have and can do to all the freaking low vibrational, seedy, evil crap that is done on a daily basis, that not a lot surprises me very much anymore. So you hear stories about how their freaking welding doors closed, and people in their apartment complexes get locked in and all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Because the powers that be have always done what they wanted. They always have, and might's always been right in their mind, and they've always been in control, and now it's for the first time, because collective consciousness has a chance to shift and change, because people like me share my positive intentions. So just by me putting my words out there, they're out there. I got over 900 videos of my positive intentions, and of my, whether people agree with me or not, I want people to look up their own facts over anything. Find your own scenario. Find your own path. Find your own way. What sounds true to you? Whatever you see, yeah, it sounds about right. No, I can't really buy into that today, based on your frame of reference and stuff. See, I believe in energy, and more and more people are starting to come into terms with that, and like attracts like. And I had a conversation with a kid down at the flower shop today, and it was neat, because I was like, we're all just, our body remembers the vibration, of our spirit, and it remembers, and like chicken, I use this example quite a bit. Chicken soup, like when you're a kid and you eat chicken soup, And, you know, it makes you feel better, you know. And then, like, as you get older, you know, God willing, creek run right, you don't get sick a lot, but it's like when you do get sick, you want chicken noodle soup. It'll make you feel better. Granted, there's likely, you know, there's freaking, everybody's a vegan and whatever, you know, all that stuff now, but for the sake of this story, I don't believe it's actually the chicken soup. Yeah, I'm sure it has nutritional values, but I'm sure it's not the chicken soup. I believe it's the vibration of the whole experience that people have of just being taken care of and being nurtured. And I think that is you know, because you eat food around certain times that you feel this way, then the food reminds you of these sensations. That's why it's comfort food. That's why it's not a good idea when your kids are young to tell them if they're good to take them to McDonald's for some French fries, because that's where the programming starts to program with food to make you feel better, to raise your vibration. You know, food does raise your vibration and should not be used for a tool like that. It's almost like a gnarly spell, you know. That's when, hey, and I've dealt with being overweight my whole entire life. And it wasn't until I lost 2 inches because my T9, 10, 11 compressed that an inch in 3/4. I didn't lose 2 inches, an inch and 3/4. They've compressed down. I've lost that much height because of the deterioration in my spine. And why did I tell that story? I was going to talk about the pain body. Okay, so I was talking about food and how it oh yeah, because in, you know, I was in the Air Force and I had to, you know, learn about nutrition because I was overweight and I had to go to the gym and do all this freaking stuff, you know. And so I'm glad it became important, or the importance of health and nutrition, you know. And I mean, I never ate a lot of sugar anyway, because when I was a freaking kid, we were diagnosed with hypoglycemia, so no sugar, you know. So I have a sweet tooth sometimes, but it's not real super uber prominent. And then, you know, some milk intolerance, and that's the thing. It's like, it's whatever we can live with our conscience, you know. And my conscience, man, there's this, if I'm to get too heady about it, I can freaking just be canceling everything out, you know. And it's and with the sensitivity of my body, there's a lot of foods, most foods I can't eat. But Mom and I found a couple months ago that we both like milk a lot, just whole milk, organic milk, and then it's like I beat myself up because the treatment of the cows and all this stuff, and it's just like, Marge, there's very few things you can eat. You're gonna cut out with something, you know. But it's whatever you can live with. So for the sake of nutrients in my body, because there really isn't a whole lot of food in between my preferences and what I like and stuff, you know, freshness and things like that. And I can't really cook how I want here. But anyway, vibration. I wanted to talk about this. It was Nusan, he's a scientist. He was talking about how he did an article about earlier about dark matter and how if it's data, if it's consider if data has weight, and if data has weight, then maybe that is the dark matter that they're looking for. I'm like, duh, that's our spirit, our space. Now they're getting closer, because that's our spirit. When you take our left breath, all we are is data. That's all we are. We remember from one incarnation into the next, unless you get degaussed. That's what's happened, is we've been made to degauss, but now we're coming back into alignment, that people are just gonna, you know, reincarnate with recognition immediately. You know, it's like you're not gonna forget. It's like a to be continued constantly. Or, you know, maybe one day people just become immortal. Who knows? The possibilities are endless. Actually, there's a reality or there's a universe for every reality. So if it doesn't happen in this one, it's going on in a different one. But went out and walked out the back door today, and I saw some movement, and I was like, and I get real quiet, and I saw this little this little guy walking along the stream, so I ran and got my camera, and this is the best picture I can get. So what you gotta do now is, he's cute, his little, the picture's better, maybe I'll post it on Snap next, but what you gotta do now is go look up your own path and look up deer in the animal totem. Now that you saw a deer, go look it up and what it means in all kinds of different related backgrounds. In Buddhist it means one thing, in Native American it means so, you know, when these animals come visit you and they're presented to you and come into your radar, you know, go research what universe is trying to tell you. So yeah, it's kind of fun. Anyway, that's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.